I have a bad feeling about this.
You always have a bad feeling about something, Anakin. What is it this time?
I tried my new stand-up comedy routine in front of the clones, and not a single one of them laughed. I have to perform at the temple tomorrow night.
If it were my act, I'd probably drop all the jokes about Jedi and clones being involved intimately.
Actually, Commander Cody laughed pretty hard at one of those. There's potential.
Right. Well, Anakin, maybe you should steer away from making suggestive jokes from here on anyway.
That's like 99% of my act, Master.
And the other 1% is about how weird you think aliens are. Yeah, it's no wonder you bombed.
Oh, hey, that reminds me. You guys gotta hear my new joke about this clone trooper and a Twi'lek dancer.
I'm not really in the mood for another one of your oddly specific and racist jokes, Anakin.
It's not racist if it's true.
Guys, let's just move on. I don't think your joke would be all that funny for our guest today anyway.
Right. Well, since both Anakin and I have picked out the last guests, we thought it was only fair to give our favorite little Padawan a chance to invite one of her own friends. Who did you invite, Ahsoka?
Well, guys, let's give a big welcome to a Jedi Master who I look up to a great deal. Come on in, Master Aayla Secura.
I'm honored to join you, Ahsoka, but what is it that we are meant to do?
Oh, Master Secura. Welcome to the show.
Nice to see you here, Aayla. The idea is basically that we talk about random crap for a while until someone dies.
Do people tend to die on your show? I apologize. I'm not familiar with it. I'm just here on request from Ahsoka.
Nobody is dying. We got all that out of Anakin's system last time, right?
I'm not sure how we'll find a natural end to the video without an untimely death, but sure, let's just say nobody will die this time.
Is this what your idea of a joke is?
My apologies, Aayla. Anakin has gone a bit crazy since he destroyed the Sith Lord. You'll have to forgive him for his constant out-of-pocket remarks.
Boobies!
Straight to horny jail, Anakin.
I am going to regret this, aren't I?
Most likely, yes.
Anakin, can you stop waving that thing around? You're making me nervous.
What thing?
Your lightsaber, Anakin. You're waving it around like a child with a toy.
He does have a point, Skywalker. You should be more careful.
Relax, guys. I've been using a lightsaber since I was a kid. I know what I'm doing.
Didn't you accidentally ignite it in the middle of the briefing with the council last week?
Well, yeah, but that was a one-time thing.
That reminds me of a time when Master Kenobi's saber was stolen by a group of pirates on the first mission we did together. Remember that, Obi-Wan?
Oh, yes, I remember. But please, no need for specifics.
You've done missions with Master Kenobi before?
Oh, yes, all the time. The council had him and my master, Quinlan Vos, paired up all the time.
All right, enough details. Let's move on. Lots of funny things to say. Right, Anakin? Ahsoka?
Hold on, you said Obi-Wan went on a bunch of missions with Master Vos?
I bet he's a lot of fun to work with.
Again, that's enough. Let's move on.
Come to think of it, they went on a lot of missions together alone that weren't sanctioned by the council.
I think we just learned something new about our dear old Master Kenobi today.
I'm seriously regretting going on this mission with you.
I reserve the right to judge a holo film based on when it was made. Thank you very much.
You seem to consider anything made even 20 standard years ago old and bad.
And I reserve that right. After all, I bet you wouldn't like the average holo film made 100 years ago.
Were there even holofilms being made 100 years ago?
There was at least one holofilm that old I saw about the beginning of Fathia racing.
Let's go ask Master Obi-Wan if he saw it in theaters.
That's likely to get him even more mad at us than he already is. I say let's do it.
What did you two do?
What do you mean, Master?
I just received a transmission from the council saying that there have been reports of a disturbance at Dexter's Diner on Coruscant.
What makes you think we had anything to do with it?
Don't play dumb with me, kids. I have my sources. Just tell me.
Ahsoka accidentally hit the wrong button and ended up getting covered in blue Jawa juice.
Hey, don't pin this all on me. You're the one who tried to use a Jedi mind trick on Dexter Jetster.
Ugh, now I'll have to be the one to go smooth things over with him and clean up your mess again.
Oh, don't worry about it. We had Rex clean it up. Hope he doesn't hold a grudge about it later.
You know, I wish Master Windu would start assigning me to some missions that don't suck so much ass.
I get what you mean, Anakin. Diplomatic missions are so boring.
Well, it's important to maintain good relations with the neutral systems.
Yeah, we don't want them to join the Separatists over some stupid misunderstanding.
Sure, but we've already fucked up like 2 missions like this.
Third time's the charm. Maybe if we fail this time, Master Windu will let you blow some shit up.
How is your captain doing, Skywalker? I heard from Bly that he and a few of the other 500 first clones were feeling sick.
Oh yeah, he's good, just still recovering.
Are you engaged in a relationship with him as well?
What do you mean?
Well, judging by all your stand-up jokes about Cody and Obi-Wan, I figured you had some hand-on experience.
Oh, you listen to my comedy. That's awesome. But it's all fiction. Obi-Wan swears he isn't in a relationship with Cody.
I'm not. I promise he was just doing laundry.
Oh, well, I guess my relationship with Bly is unique.
With Bly, your clone commander?
Yes, is something wrong about that?
I guess not. It's just, I'm surprised Anakin's jokes aren't completely inaccurate.
What can I say? I do my research, snips, and also Obi-Wan is totally lying. He definitely takes it up the ass.
From what I hear, it's more than just that.
So, Master Sakura, to be honest, I don't know all that much about you.
Well, Ahsoka, what would you like to know?
I can tell you one thing about her. She's an expert in kickboxing. We learned that the hard way back on Necronis.
Yes, it's good to have practice in hand-to-hand combat, though I haven't lost my lightsaber very often since.
Is this about that thing with the pirates again?
Yes, and it's not really a mission I want to discuss with you, Anakin.
What's wrong, Master? What happened?
Obi-Wan, we might as well tell them. They'll just keep pestering us the whole time.
All right, fine. On a mission with Master Voss, Ayla, and myself on Necronis, we encountered some pirates. They managed to steal my lightsaber. That's that.
That's not all.
What else happened, Masters?
Nothing.
Turned out Master Voss paid the pirates to steal it.
Yes. And that's the end of the story.
And Obi-Wan went after them alone, only to find my master waiting for him.
Obi-Wan, you dirty dog.
Do we really want to know how this story ends, Sky Guy?
You don't want to know. It's very boring.
I don't know what happened in that cave, but I know Obi-Wan didn't walk the same for the rest of the mission.
I think I know exactly what happened.
Keep it to yourself, Anakin. Let's move on. Don't you have a mission to complete? Ayla, I need to talk to you in private real quick.
What is it, Obi-Wan?
I just want to ask that you don't let Anakin and Ahsoka know what really happened on Narconis. They're too young. They aren't ready to know what happened to those pirates.
You mean that Quinlan made you dig their graves after he slaughtered them all for stealing your lightsaber?
Yes, let them think whatever it is they think happened. It's better than them knowing the truth.
I figured as much. The secret will stay with me, Obi-Wan.
Guys, how long do you think you could last in a staring contest?
I could go all day, Snips. Bring it on.
I'm putting my money on Ahsoka. I've seen Anakin blink uncontrollably just at the mention of sand.
Not this time, Master. I'm focused. All I gotta do is stare at her nose instead of her eyes.
Sand.
Ah! Where? Wait a minute. No fair.
Looks like Ahsoka wins.
It's not my fault. It's hard for me to perform under pressure.
Top 10 things Anakin said on his wedding night.
Zo, how many droids have you three taken out during the Clone Wars so far?
Oh, I lost count a long time ago, Ayla. I'd say it's probably in the millions by now.
Don't listen to him, Ayla. Anakin has a tendency to exaggerate.
Yeah, he probably just counts each droid he destroys as 1,000.
I'll have you know, I take my droid destruction very seriously, and I know I personally took out at least 10,000 back on Cato Nemodia when I saved Obi-Wan's ass.
That definitely doesn't count.
Oh, it definitely does count.
I'm sure it does, Anakin, but what about you, Obi-Wan? How many droids have you taken out?
Well, I don't like to brag, but I'd say I've probably destroyed my fair share of droids, maybe a couple of thousand.
I can't believe you boys aren't keeping count. I'm at 4,672 so far, hoping to get to 5,000 by the end of the war at least.
You ever think it's weird how we have a literal child right here tallying the dead bodies they've racked up in a war?
Nah, seems perfectly normal to me.
Well, I've destroyed 23,458 so far. I suppose that confirms that Ataru is the best lightsaber form.
Impressive, most impressive, Ayla. But nothing can compare to my Djem-So form.
You've only got more droids because Master Windu keeps sending us on those diplomatic missions.
Call me crazy, but I prefer a diplomatic mission over running into that crazy, horny, banshee-looking Sith assassin every day.
I've not had the pleasure of meeting Ventress. I assume our troops would be too overwhelmed by two overtly sexy Force users in the same room.
That would make sense. Master Windu wouldn't want anyone having too much fun on a mission.
I must say, Ayla, your outfit is very unique for a Jedi.
Thank you, Obi-Wan. I like to stand out from the crowd.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. I think your outfit would make even the most flamboyant smuggler jealous.
Anakin, be nice.
He does have a point, Ayla. It's not exactly what one would expect from a Jedi.
Oh, come on, guys. You're just jealous you can't pull off a look like mine.
Maybe the guys can't, but I was dressing in a skimpy little outfit like yours at just 14.
Again, nobody seeing anything wrong with this?
Relax, Anakin. I'm sure it'll be a funny story I can tell your son one day.
I stand by my fashion choices. After all, a Jedi can have a little style, can't she?
Agreed. but I do think you'd look a lot more appropriate in a Jedi robe or something.
So no problem with Ahsoka's Padawan fit, but you're stuck up about Ayla's dress code? You really are a boomer.
And you really are a pain in my ass, Anakin, but you don't see me insulting you every 5 seconds, do you? Grow the hell up!
Geez, hit a nerve there, I guess.
Master Kenobi is going through a lot lately, guys. You should give him some respect.
You're right. I'm sorry, Master. Sometimes I forget how much you do for us.
Yeah, thank you, Master Kenobi. You're the greatest.
Zo, if you had to change your lightsaber's color, what would you pick?
That's a good question. I've always been fond of green, personally.
Same here. I think green would suit me. Love you, Sky Guy, but the new blue sabers just aren't the same.
Well, I think I'd have to go with something a bit more flashy. Maybe purple just to piss off Master Windu.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Just imagine wiping that snarky look off of his smug, chocolate-looking meatball head when he sees me rocking the one thing he considers unique to himself.
Would certainly serve him right for calling me a citizen all the time.
How do you three always take every wholesome idea and make it so evil?
So guys, I just realized that we have access to the world between worlds. You think we could bring some guests from other time periods on our show?
Oh, yes, because having guests from other time periods won't disrupt the fabric of the space-time continuum at all.
I think it could make for an interesting episode, but who would you invite?
Well, we could bring in Yoda from his younger days. I'm sure he'd have some great stories to share.
We could just invite Master Yoda as he is now. It's not like he's forgotten anything from his time in the High Republic.
I was thinking about a young Obi-Wan before he became so old and boring.
It's also a bit too dangerous to go looking around in there.
It's best we just forget about it, I think. That's a pretty convenient plot device to have just lying around.
Exactly my thoughts. Heads up, Ayla.
Anakin, what the actual fuck?
What do you mean? The video was getting too long and we needed to end it.
Not by killing the guest again. What is wrong with you?
A lot of things, but stop worrying so much. Obi-Wan can just go pull her out of the world between worlds like nothing happened.
I guess that works. Thoughts, Master Kenobi?
I got to admit, that's a pretty funny idea, Anakin. I'll go get her.
You three are so fucking weird.
Another great episode complete. How's everyone feel about it?
Good, honestly. I'm glad we were just able to mess around for a while. After the last video, I was pretty weirded out.
Don't forget to subscribe for future AI videos. Clone Wars may be taking a break, but more Star Wars media is coming soon.